Hello, everybody. Just want to thank you for tuning in today. This is Bishop Colvian again, coming to you with some things I want to just kind of get out there. I want to talk about. Hopefully, you'll be able to relate with me, at least be able to get a understanding. There's a lot of stuff that is going on in our society right now, and I particularly want to talk about one that just troubles me the most, and that is a situation concerning a homeowner a homeowner who um, somehow or another inadvertently lost their home to someone because of an HOA. Now, let me break this down for you. For those of you who don't know, an HOA is a homeowners association. And basically, I'm going to get into what it is because you may be asking, why is he worried? Why is he thinking about this? But I myself used to be a licensed real estate agent. I was licensed in real estate from 1994, 96, or whatever. We didn't deal with a lot of different things. Mostly all we dealt with was distressed properties, and it was my specialty. But the reason that I'm talking about this is because I was around when they first brought in homeowner associations, when they first brought up the idea, first started dabbling with it and instituting it in the neighborhoods. And it was something that was good. Everybody thought it was a good idea, and everyone was for it. There was really no one against it. It was just a good idea to have an agency or an organization where everyone come together and try to ensure that each person keeps their property up so that the property value would not go down. Sounds like a good idea. Well, recently I found out about this homeowner association that supposedly caught this person who was behind on their fees or whatever the case may be. The person admitted that they may have been a year behind in fees, $300, $400, whatever the case may be. And so, admittedly, she was behind on her fees. And that was the only thing that I have heard. Now, maybe you heard something different that caused them to start apparently writing her up or giving her citations. Anyway, the end result was that this person house was put in foreclosure. Now, I cannot tell you how that happened because I see no way that a homeowner association could force a foreclosure because the house is owned by a bank. But anyway, let me just get into the details. So it is said that the house was foreclosed on, sold for around 40 or $50,000. These numbers may not be exact, but I'm just giving you the scenario. And then, after being purchased, was sold for $800,000 or thereabout. Now, I don't care if it wasn't sold but for $80,000, but it said it was sold for $800,000, right? I don't know, somewhere between half a million and $1 million. Let's just use that. That is absolutely ridiculous to me because there's no way in God's green earth can you tell me that a homeowner association that has absolutely no powers except regulation powers, except the powers given to them by the members. Listen to that. They have no power except the power given to them by the members. Now, that's how it was when I got started. And of course, there's been a lot of years ago, so that could be done changed. But I see no way in God's green earth can you sell an $800,000 house for $40,000. And then allow a person who has bought it to come along and then resell it for $800,000. No way. Whatever bank or financial institution that owned that house, they're the ones that took the loss. Yeah, I know the homeowner took a loss too. But the homeowner didn't put all that money out. That bank or financial institution did. And there's no way you can tell me that a bank or financial institution would allow that to happen. And who gave the homeowner association that kind of power? That makes no sense. Regulations is one thing. We want to keep the grass up. We want to keep no cars parking on the grass. We want to keep our concrete repaired. We want to keep our roofs clean and gutters cleared. We want to keep old sheds from being put up. Those kind of things is what a homeowner association is supposed to be for. I don't see how they could get into your business that way. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Email me, text me, respond to me if you want to, but this is altogether wrong. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that this person will go out and get a lawyer, and I got to talk about it. I mean, it's got to be a discrimination thing because I don't see how any Caucasian person, how this could happen to a white person. Just let me make it plain. I just don't see how it could have possibly happened to anyone except a person of color. Because they think that we are dummies. They think that we are stupid. They think that they can treat us any kind of way. Now, don't get me wrong. I know you may be saying, well, it's not a black or a white thing. Maybe it's not. But then again, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it was because this person was a person of color that they thought, well, we don't want them in our neighborhood, so let's go ahead and push this down. I don't know. All I know is that is ludicrous, that is impossible, and whoever allowed it to happen ought to be ashamed of themselves. And there ought to be a lawsuit filed. This person need to get their house back, and they need to be compensated for what they have lost. That's my opinion. Now, if by chance these people now are homeless and cannot get their house back, because what said was that whoever bought it paid $40,000, put a little money into it, and then sold it for $800,000. Huh? Do you know what kind of a profit that is? I've been in real estate a long time, and I made some tremendous profits on properties. But I have never in my entire life heard of nobody buying a $800,000 house for $40,000. Who does that? Nobody. So, like I said, I pray that they get a good lawyer. I pray that President whatever his name is, y'all know who the president is. It ain't Joe Biden, that's for sure. But I pray that they'll put something in place to just totally eliminate homeowners associations. If they've gotten that bad, if they've gotten to a point where they can do that, they got that kind of power to destroy someone's life like that, they need to be eliminated and totally, completely eradicated. I don't like them. My wife, she doesn't like them. I don't have no need for them anymore because for me, I'm going to keep my property up. I'm going to keep my lawn mowed. I'm going to keep the grass trimmed, and you know, that's what a homeowner is supposed to do. But as I was saying, I don't understand how that could have happened. And I pray for the blessings of God upon the lives of those people who lost their home. Now, let me say this. Y'all know TikTok is pretty popular. And I can't even imagine this, so it may not even be true. It could be something someone made up. I don't know. I haven't did no background. I'm not going to do no background. All I'm doing is commenting on a situation that I am familiar with, and that is that one of homeowners associations. They are really something to be avoided. If you get into a situation with one, be careful. All I'm saying is be careful of homeowners associations. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Because somehow or another they done got perverted and in control, and they're abusing their power. So if you get ready to buy a house or rent a house and you see a homeowners association, beware. This could happen to you. All right. Thank you for listening. God bless.